Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to welcome you to this episode, Paving the Way to the Future, a Season of Change, the beginning of this academic school year for our College of Fine Arts at UNLV in Las Vegas. And I was telling Louis Kavouras, our curator here with us today, a story about when I was a doctoral student at New York University in New York. I had a beloved professor who had been teaching for decades. And she came into the class in which I was a student, and she said in the beginning of the year, you know, the day that I don't have butterflies in my stomach, I'm going to retire. And I always remembered that because there's something extraordinary about the beginning of a new school year. And even though we're in the time of COVID-19, we're in the time of the pandemic, an unprecedented crisis, we're still forging ahead boldly to start a new school year, and we could not be more excited to greet our students. You're going to see in this episode our incredible leadership of the college, our chairs and directors, and some of our new faculty. Louis, how do you see the beginning of a year?
Well, Nancy, it's really exciting, and it's been exciting talking with all of the chairs and directors of the programs and all of the great things that they have planned. And you're so right. In the midst of a pandemic, we're coming back to classes, we're coming back into studios, and so there's a real excitement in the air.
Well, we can't wait to share this with our audience, and so here we go.
Hello, I'm Stacy Chapin, Director of Advising for the College of Fine Arts, and I am so excited to welcome you back to UNLV. We are thrilled if you are first starting out with us on your journey as an artist, and so excited to keep helping you move through your program if you are coming back to us. Classes start today, so welcome. I hope your first day has been well. We know that you've been experiencing some unusual and unsettled times lately, and what I want you to know is you can count on our advising team to provide answers and support whenever you need that. I encourage you most definitely to reach out to advising at least once every semester to make sure that you're on track for your graduation plan. You know what classes to sign up for. And it's going to happen sooner than you think. You will need to reach out to us to set up your appointment for next semester as early as October. So keep that in mind when your midterms start. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to your advisor and setting up an appointment to talk about your next semester's classes. And that's going to happen a lot sooner than you think. You can also reach out to us with any questions or concerns that you have, things that you're excited to share along your journey, or challenges that you might need help with. We are here for that at any point, and we care about all of you. This fall, advising will be working remotely and will not be physically present on campus. However, we are still available to you virtually by phone or by email. You can find more information about that. You can schedule appointments, or you can find your advisor contact information if you visit our website at www.unlv.edu/finearts/advising. On behalf of all our advising team, I'm welcoming you to UNLV and the College of Fine Arts. I can't wait to see all of the amazing things that you create this year.
Hello, I'm Ashley Stone, the Student Recruitment Specialist for the College of Fine Arts, and I am so excited to welcome you to our campus. Happy first day of class for fall 2020. Welcome new students and welcome back continuing students. It's a crazy time, it's an exciting time, and it's a time of innovation. And while many of you are finished with most of the interactions you'll have with me, don't be surprised if in the future, when we're all back on campus together, if you see me bringing tours through your hallways and having students visit you in class, and maybe even reach out to you about having guests shadow you in a class because they want to see what your Rebel experience is like. So as you go on this journey and have all of your new creative experiences and make so many new friends, I hope that you have an amazing, amazing first year, and all the best to you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the fall semester. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tiffany Lynn and I currently teach in the Department of Art. I started exactly 1 year ago, so it marks my 1 year anniversary since moving to Las Vegas. And I've been brought into the department to pilot new courses in illustration, design, and printmaking. So some things I'm excited about for the fall. So in spite of the circumstances, I think that remote teaching allows for new innovation and different ways of interacting with people in ways that might surprise you, right? That I'm trying to basically get people away from the screen. So shout out to my summer session 2 guinea pigs who took Design Studio 2 with me, who had to do alternative experimental critique formats, everywhere from charades to pretending to be a YouTube channel, to be the preeminent YouTube influencer of design. I thank you guys for your open heart and mind and willingness to experiment during these uncertain circumstances. One thing I'm really looking forward to this fall semester is a new class I'm teaching called Stories of Las Vegas. And this is a class that situates students as journalists, artists, and designers. So in the seminar course, students will be asked to explore and investigate a local issue or organization of their choosing, and then asked to interpret that into some kind of visual media fit for publication at the end of the semester. So it combines a couple of my favorite things, so journalism, art, design, but also really interacting with the community. And so in this class, originally, I had conceived of it as students going out into the field, as it were, to interact with local community members. That's obviously going to look a lot different this semester, but it will also open up opportunity to maybe interview and talk to people who would otherwise be inaccessible. So I'm pretty excited for that. I've got a really wonderful slate of guest speakers coming in, and we're going to cover everything from basic journalism 101 to reportage to sketching on site. Hopefully, weather permitting, we'll go take a look at some petroglyphs. And we'll also look at other contemporary practices that fuse art and documentary together. So thinking about photography and also how these issues that may sometimes seem overwhelming in kind of how to communicate with an audience, especially if it's more political in content, how we might communicate that through movement, performance, through sound, and we'll kind of see where it goes. So I'm super excited for that. In terms of my personal practice, for those of you who know me, I've been steeped in this art project related to the census. So I'm working on a project called 23 Views, soon to be called 24 Views, that basically uses census data to understand how the United States organizes its constituents and its communities by racial categories and what are the historical and future implications of that. So through a series of drawings, I kind of attempt to summarize all of this, but through workshops also unpack what's happening historically at each moment. So it's called 23 Views. So one drawing per each American decennial census, and soon to become 24 views once the 24th set of data is released from this year's 2020 census. So I have 2 shows coming up for that. One of them will be at the Spring Valley branch of Las Vegas Library. And then in the spring, it will be featured at the Left of Center Gallery in North Las Vegas.
I am Sean Boyd. I'm the new assistant professor of acting with the Department of Theater. I'm new to the department's faculty, but I'm not new to the department. I've come full circle. I'm an alumni of the first MFA class in 2004, graduated, went out and worked professionally, did some other teaching at another university, and I've come back home, so to speak. And that feels really great. I've talked a lot about this when I was in the hiring process, and also since I've been here with my new colleagues, is that it feels great to be able to give back in a way, to a place that really, the life that I have now, I would not have without the work and everything that I was able to participate in while I was here at UNLV. And that's gone to many different avenues. I do a lot of fight direction and stage combat work. I'm also the new fight director for the Nevada Conservatory Theater. I've worked significantly on some projects for film and TV, including Magnificent Seven and Jack Reacher, a couple episodes of The Preacher, most recently on the TV show version of The Purge. So I'm particularly proud of my career and how diverse it's been as an actor and a theater performer and just a maker. And it's very rewarding, just to tie this back in and to bookend it again. It feels incredibly rewarding to come back and use all of those experience to kind of take the department, if you will, from my mentors into the future, kind of the next leg of the relay race. So I'm just thrilled to death to be here.
My name is Kimberly Mellon. I am an assistant professor of acting in the theater department. The things that I teach typically are beginning acting, intermediate acting, scene study. I'm responsible for the graduate students. I'm their predominant scene study teacher for the 3 years that they go through our graduate acting program. Auditions. My personal passions, I love musicals, I love Shakespeare, I love American and European classics, I like working on new pieces. I also have a passion for intimacy choreography and educational intimacy. So those are some of the things that you might see discussed around campuses. It's certainly an idea that's coming up through professional and semi-professional and community theaters and the academic world. It's so important to empower our actors so that they can protect their bodies and their psyches and use their bodies to tell stories in ways that they are comfortable with. So that's something I'm interested in. I came here just a year ago, so I'm pretty new. I transferred here, or I came here from the University of Wisconsin at Whitewater. Previous to that, I taught at the theater school at DePaul University in downtown Chicago. Before that, I had a brief stint as an associate producer at a top-tier equity theater in Chicago called Writers Theater. I've also taught at Brigham Young University and College of Lake County in Illinois and Utah Valley University. I ran the theater department for a performing arts high school in Utah for 3 years. So quite an eclectic background. In terms of acting, if my face looks familiar, it might be because near here I did 3 at the Utah Shakespeare Festival fairly recently. Roles such as Titania, Hippolyta in A Midsummer Night's Dream, Beatrice in Much Ado About Nothing, Lady Macbeth, Madame Thénardier in Les Miserables. That was really, really fun. In terms of screen time, particularly LDS or Mormon audiences, I recently played Soraya in an 8-part historical docudrama type series about the Book of Mormon, the Book of Scripture, and that was released last fall. So I played Soraya in that. And what else? Utah and Nevada audiences might know me from the movie Cokeville Miracle, where I was the wife of the bomber that tried to blow up the elementary school. So that's a fun claim to fame. Currently, I'm working with Vegas Theater Company, formerly known as Cockroach Theater, and helping to produce and perform in a one-woman show called Selma 65, which focuses on the intersection of 2 lives that were part of the civil rights movement from the march from Selma to Montgomery in 1965. One of the characters is Viola Liuzzo. She was the only Caucasian white woman that was killed as a result of her civil rights participation. And then the other character, who I also portray, is Tommy Rowe, and he was an FBI informant who was embedded in the KKK and was in the car, at least, that pulled up alongside her and shot her in the head and killed her. So it's the intersection of those 2 lives leading to her death, and it's a call to action. It's a call to political awareness and using your vote and recognizing how many people have sacrificed so that everyone could have access to a voting ballot and that their votes would be counted. So that's certainly a very timely issue. So keep an heads up for that. It will be released in a film format sometime in the next 2 months before the election. I think that's about it. I'm a mom of 4. My oldest just started as a freshman in college. Right now, we just shipped her off to her dorm, and my whole family just moved here this summer, so we're getting ready to settle down into a house in Henderson, and that's me. If you see me on campus, say hi, pull me aside, eager to make new friends.
Recently, someone asked me what people had learned, and I said, they haven't learned the half yet. So he said, well, tell me what the half is about. And I started, and it's taking a book. And the truth is that the lessons are so broad and so many, but one of the very basic ones is to be open to other people's tastes and values. We architects are very passionate, and we get to feel we are so right and everyone else is so wrong. But I grew up in South Africa, and I realized that there were so many different values, and there's so many ways of looking at things, and you couldn't just say one was right. The British, who dominated culturally, felt they were right. And I said, what's wrong with the way Africans build? Well, I just took that African view of art and the world and now made it my African view of Las Vegas, if you see what I mean. So when my teachers in planning school said, why don't you go to Las Vegas? All you architects hate it so much. Why don't you find out why millions of people come and visit it? It was not something that was new to me. I'd been doing that by looking at the beadwork of Mapach tribes people, for example, now not done on vegetable goods, but on Coca-Cola bottles, and saying, isn't there something interesting in that? And I merely transferred that outlook in the interests of democracy and art, both things, and that still holds. There are many, many lessons beyond that, but that's a very basic one for young architects. You can be passionate and open-minded both. Follow your passions, follow your bliss, make yourself very, very good at the thing you love doing most. And when you have that sense of confidence because you know you do it well, you will be able to survive in architects' offices where in the beginning for young students it's very hard, and you'll be able to find ways to be heard because you are reliable, because you are skilled. And once you know how to do that, you'll be able to then help the people you want to help, for example, women architects or whatever it is, because you have the skills that are respected, and you learn to know how to behave in such ways as to show people what should be done.
Welcome back to UNLV. Happy fall. I can't believe we're here again. I'm so glad that we're here together. It's been an extraordinary spring, an extraordinary summer, and it'll be an extraordinary fall. And I'm glad that we're on this journey together. And my name, who am I? I'm Marcus CIVIN. I'm a professor and chair of the Department of Art at UNLV. And so I'll see many of you. Please introduce yourselves, or please send me an email and send me a snapshot of what you're making or what you made over the summer. And I'm mostly here right now to talk about a call for entries for a new virtual exhibit called #Justice. And my hope is that everybody from the College of Fine Arts submits to this show. So I'm going to read you a little bit about this exhibit because the call was crafted by a lot of different people in the Department of Art, and I think it's a quite nice call. And so here goes. The Department of Art and the UNLV Donna Beam Gallery will accept submissions for #Justice, a curated virtual exhibition from now until Tuesday, September 1st, 2020 at midnight. Even when the world shifts and changes in cataclysmic ways, art can be a compass, helping us imagine new possibilities. Sometimes artists and designers challenge prevailing ideas, express the most magnificent human aspirations, define further struggles, or model roads forward. Perhaps your submission will address some of these topics: police brutality, Black Lives Matter, transgender civil rights, equity, protest, mascots, or monuments. Maybe, though, now is the time to make something entirely different. Perhaps art and design can express something different now than before. This call is open to all, including UNLV faculty, staff, alumni, and community members, but particularly designed for you, for UNLV students. All media are welcome. Submit performances, choreography, set designs, videos, architectural models, costume designs, drawings, paintings, prints, collages, photographs, sculptures, ceramics, illustrations, animation, whatever you might dream up. There's an entry form that we'll include here on the screen, and you can also find it on the UNLV Department of Art Instagram called The Ear, and also at unlv.edu/art. And you can also probably just search #JusticeUNLV and find it. The exhibition, your submissions will be juried by 3 faculty members in the Department of Art: Assistant Professor Ashley Dowdy, Associate Professor Dave Rao, and Associate Professor Bob Tracy. And we've also developed a reading list. If you are looking for inspiration to make new work between now and September 1st, we can send you that reading list for inspiration. Lots of great books on there that are available in the UNLV library collection. And I can't wait to see your work. If you have any questions at all about this, you can email me anytime. It's marcus.civin@unlv.edu. And so have a great semester. I'm really excited for the beginning.
Greetings from the School of Music. My name is Susan Mueller, the director of the school, and on behalf of the more than 60 faculty and staff, I welcome new and returning students. We're excited you are here. As an innovative artistic and educational leader in the United States, as well as the primary catalyst for music culture in Southern Nevada, the mission of the UNLV School of Music is to provide a professional artistic environment that supports programs of excellence in the education of musicians. With respect for and responsiveness to the needs of the students and faculty, the school produces musicians of the highest quality, develops each student's unique strengths in performance, composition, the teaching of music, and generates excellence in music literacy and performance, increases the public's appreciation for the intrinsic value of music through leadership and excellence in teaching, research, scholarship, and creative activity. Through instructional excellence, leading edge research, inspired creativity, and dedicated service, the school seeks to prepare students to be artistic leaders in their profession, each possessing the highest standards of performance, teaching, scholarship, and artistic vision, and each capable of achieving success in their chosen field. While the semester is challenging, with the need to meet mostly in a virtual setting, our esteemed faculty is preparing exciting opportunities for students. I would just like to highlight a few. This fall, the students of the UNLV Opera will meet virtually with composer Frank Pesky as they prepare to workshop his new one-act opera, Royal Flush, in the spring. The percussion division, the marimba band, will be collectively working on individual parts, recording them, and sharing with their fellow ensemble members in preparation to record the next CD in late spring. All of the arrangements were composed by ensemble members. And this fall, percussion recitals will take place in the percussion complex with 3 preset cameras and high-quality audio. To creatively work around students not being able to attend in person, they are providing professional quality feed for others to experience the recital. The performing student will also receive a mixed, edited, and titled copy of their recital that they can use for future auditions, jobs, and website material. While unable to hold percussion ensemble rehearsals and performances in person, they have developed a chronological walk through the history of significant percussion works with score study, recorded examples, and historical notes. This is an area of study undergraduate percussion students have been requesting for a long time. The UNLV Wind Orchestra will be recording their 22nd CD this season, which will feature Grammy Award-winning jazz greats Eric Marienthal, John Patitucci, Bernie Dressel, and Mitchell Foreman. The CD will include world premieres of Espresso Express, a jazz drum set concerto by American prize composer and UNLV alumnus Jorge Machain, and The Three Falcons for Jazz Quartet and Wind Orchestra, composed by internationally renowned composer and keyboardist Mitchell Foreman. The string division will be holding a UNLV Virtual Viola International Masterclass Series with guests including violas from the Berlin Philharmonic, CEOs, conductors, entrepreneurs, and professors from around the world. All UNLV music students are welcome to Zoom in. In the composition division, composer Michael Torkey is delighted to be the next guest artist for this coming semester. He will give a remote masterclass, an orchestration seminar, and a presentation of his new 45-minute piece that will be premiered online. Nextet is the UNLV Contemporary Music Series and Ensemble dedicated to performing the best in the new and unusual repertoire, as well as established works of the 20th century. UNLV faculty composer Dr. Jennifer Beller is the artistic director. The Division of Choral Studies is going to explore performance practice and chamber ensemble technique, scheduling seminars with guest experts from around the world all over video chat. Different discussion groups with upperclassmen mentoring first-year students on how to practice and prepare will get them ready when we return in person with our ensembles. These are just a few of the exciting opportunities for our students, and we all look forward to seeing you, whether in person or virtually, and wish you a successful semester.
Hello, everyone. I've been given 3 minutes to do 3 things: introduce myself, welcome you to the fall semester at UNLV, and talk about what we've got going on in our unit over the next few months. My name is Heather Addison, and I've been the chair of the Department of Film since 2016. I've got a PhD in film studies, and I specialize in film, history, theory, and criticism. In my spare time, I enjoy hiking and playing Pokemon Go, and of course, keeping up on recent films and television shows. All of us in the Department of Film are so pleased to welcome you to UNLV for Fall 2020, whether you're returning or joining us for the first time. It is true that this greeting comes in the midst of a pandemic, but it is no less hearty and heartfelt. At UNLV Film, we help students master the psychology and craft of cinematic storytelling and understand its roots in emotional truth. This fall, like the university as a whole, we have a schedule that includes both in-person and remote classes, and we're ready to give you a great experience whether you're on campus or at home. In that spirit of creativity and community, we've got a lot going on this fall, in addition to all of our classes. Each year, all 400 film majors plus faculty, instructors, and staff usually gather in the Student Union Ballroom to meet and greet each other and find out about specialized areas of study and upcoming events. This year, we're going virtual. We'll have Zoom rooms set up for you to speak with professors in your areas of interest and to network with other students. 6 Foot Films, our reimagined 48-hour film fest. In early November, you'll have 6 days to make a film of 6 minutes or less in duration, in which no one comes within 6 feet of anyone else. Johnny Brendan Filmmakers Award. This is a biannual, every 2-year program that offers student teams a chance to develop plans for a feature film and compete for $25,000 in funding. We'll be starting the process for the 2021 competition soon. Watch your UNLV email account for further information. Howard Hughes Motion Picture Collection. The Department of Film has an extensive collection of motion picture records from the estate of billionaire Howard Hughes, who lived from 1905 to 1976 and had close ties to Hollywood and Las Vegas. The records were just moved to Lead Library, where we'll be using National Endowment for the Humanities grant funds to catalog and preserve the collection and make it available to the public. This is a 2-year project. Most of the cataloging and preservation will be done by professional archivists, but there are 4 part-time undergraduate research assistant positions available. The work will occur at the library from 9 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and will begin on October 1st. All current undergraduates, including seniors, are eligible to apply. Film majors and students who do not already have work-study opportunities will be given preference. Many of our students have already applied. If you would like a link to the application, send me an email request. UNLV Film Thursdays is our weekly showcase for UNLV Film on Thursdays at 7 p.m. It is an opportunity for the department to showcase classic and new films, highlight student work, celebrate RSOs, registered student organizations, feature guest speakers, and encourage networking. This fall, we'll have a hybrid version of UNLV Film Thursdays, with every other week in person for students who would like a chance for in-person interaction, and every other week online for students who would prefer to be virtual. We'll be sending out a schedule soon. Thank you for your time and attention, and I apologize for taking more than 3 minutes. Stay safe and well, everyone. To say goodbye, I'm going to turn to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and a salutation from Black Panther that I believe could, as a result of the pandemic, replace handshaking. Just one more sign of the power of motion pictures. UNLV Film forever.
Hi, I'm Louis Kavouras. I'm chair of the dance department at UNLV, and I'm excited to welcome you back to fall semester. You know, in dance, we pride ourselves in the creation of an amazing dance department and a place where dance and art can come together in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. This semester, we're excited to be back on campus. We're excited that our technique classes and our studio-centered classes will be together in our studios. You will notice that there are new protocols. You'll be instructed on new mask policies and new cleaning policies. So we will keep the spaces clean. We will work together with each other. We will dance socially distanced, but we will be dancing together. So we're excited about that. This semester is a collaborative and a really innovative season. We did some amazing things with virtual dance concerts last semester. We're going to continue to explore dance on film and how the film can capture the movement. We're going to also do some incredible site-specific works. One project I want to tell you about is called The Library. So imagine dancing inside the Lead Library, where there's lots of space and there's some really innovative, fantastic spaces for dances. Imagine a dance on the escalator. Imagine a ballet in an elevator. Anything is possible and everything will be possible. And it'll all happen in the magical world of the library. We call this season a season of change. And we wanted to take this moment to not pass the opportunity to make a statement about the important movements that are happening with regards to social justice in our country and in the world. At UNLV Dance, we know that Black lives matter fundamentally, and we know that fundamentally, if Black lives do not matter, well then no lives matter. So we wanted to take this moment. I'm excited to share this year's season and this year's design and inspiration with you. This year's posters feature 5 dancers from our diverse UNLV dance family. The color palette of these posters only includes the colors that we find in human flesh. It's a rainbow of color, but it's not the typical jewel tone spectrum. This is a spectrum of various shades of brown, a celebration of color, diversity, and difference. Our hope is that within this palette of over 200 flesh tones, we all see and we find ourselves. The female dancers are in simple, contemplative, reflective poses in simple leotards. And you'll notice that they're all socially distanced. A powerful celebration, we feel, of women and color. At UNLV Dance, we only tolerate a world without racism, a world that respects and embraces difference, a world where all people move freely and belong equally, without prejudice and hate. Below the surface of our skin, we are all the same blood that flows, the same hearts that beat, the same bone that stands tall, and the same nerves that feel. And at the surface, where we end and where the world begins, the tiny melanocytes produce melatonin at different levels, and they give us all our own unique color. And shouldn't we enjoy these differences the way we enjoy all the colors of the rainbow or the splendor of the full garden in bloom? Welcome back to fall semester.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael GENOVA. I'm the chair of Entertainment Engineering and Design at UNLV, and I am happy to welcome you all back to another semester here. The year started out a little bit different. We've all learned how to adapt in this new environment. I'm looking forward this year to working with the other fine arts groups, collaborating in different ways, and bringing art to the people in a way that's different than it ever has been before. It's going to be exciting as we all learn and discover together, and we manage our way through the rest of the pandemic. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey there, this is Norma Saldivar. I am the chair of the Department of Theater, and I'm also the executive director of the Nevada Conservatory Theater, which is our production wing of the department. First of all, I'm so glad to be here and welcoming you all back to campus. We're glad to have you come back because we've been planning and working so hard since May on this academic year. But first, I just want to say that we have an amazing department with stunning opportunities. We've got this incredible faculty who are brilliant, who come in with a lot of experience. They're amazing artists and theater makers. So each academic year, we offer our students these classes in history of theater makers and literature, theories of acting and design. And all of these provide a wonderful basis and foundation for our studio practice and the practice of making productions. So we're so glad to have you all back. We're excited about what we're doing. The Nevada Conservatory Theater is our production wing, and it is fully integrated with our curriculum. So we bring in these amazing guests to work with our world-class faculty and our students. And each production is an example of the values and missions of our department. These are great opportunities. This year is a little bit different. We're meeting a challenge that we have prepared 3 wonderful productions to begin in the spring. Even though our fall seems to be dormant in terms of stage work, we are also providing a look at behind the curtain, which is super exciting for us, and we will be doing that virtually. We'll be meeting directors, designers, actors, and also talking to playwrights. This year we'll have a premiere in January, so our fall will be focused on putting together and planning of those productions that we'll be offering in the spring. We hope that you will join us. We hope that you will take the opportunity to not only work on those productions, but if you're eager to see our productions, we will have virtual experiences in the fall, as I mentioned, and the spring, we hope to be ready to welcome audiences back. And for those who can't come out to the production, we'll be streaming and delivering them virtually as well. So this is a time that is a little bit sort of wrapped in uncertainty, but what we're really excited about is the fact that the challenges that we're facing, we will be able to pivot and to really look at them as a time for innovation. So we're welcoming you back with a great deal of excitement and enthusiasm to go after these productions. So Welcome back. So glad you're here with us, and we can't wait to witness the amazing work of our students.
Well, here we are, and we truly hope that you enjoyed our episode, Paving the Way to the Future, a Season of Change, the first week or couple of weeks of school here in Las Vegas at UNLV in the College of Fine Arts. You've seen some of the beautiful vision and activities of our different units in the college, met some of our new faculty, and we're thinking of all of you as well. Starting the fall, wherever you are in the world, it's unprecedented. It's an unprecedented time. It's a crisis throughout our globe, but still we're forging ahead. Be that as it may, we're starting new projects, new school years, new enterprises, new dreams. Louis Kavouras is here with us. You've seen him throughout the episode as well. And I know he has some thoughts about what it means to start anew as well also.
Nancy, I just want to say you've always talked about during this time the arts are an essential service, and it's exciting to have our entire College of Fine Arts family back for the new semester and for all of these great things planned in the fall. So this is UNLV Arts Worldwide, and we're reaching from Las Vegas to the world.